Hi everyone, welcome back to the Morgan Homestead for day 5 of the cabin build. Today it's supposed to be a little bit cooler today, so hopefully we don't need to rest as much and we'll get more done. We'll see how that goes, but last night we were supposed to get a big storm, possibility of a big storm, bunch of rain, but we ended up getting like 0.07 of an inch, so not much. Did get a little bit of water kind of pooling on the floor here, but not too bad. In the corners especially, but today is supposed to be cooler. So today we'll be working on, first off, the two sidewalls. We have five logs on the sidewall, so we'll get the 6th one on and then we'll be halfway. So anyway, it's going pretty good. It's just me and my dad, who's 80 years old, and he's doing a fantastic job. I'm not working him too hard, but he is a big help. It's really hard to do some, especially the long logs by yourself. So we've been using the skid steer to load the walls or the logs on the wall, and that's been going pretty well. But that's something that you need a second person to kind of guide the log onto the wall while I drive the skid steer. And he's been doing that. He's been doing the screwing down of the anchors into the wall while I bump the logs to try to get them to suck down and helping, straighten things out. So he's been a big help. So we're going to continue doing that today and see how far we get. Stick around. All right, so I just wanted to show you a little bit how it looks from the outside and what the progress looks like. So here's the front of the house. It's going to be facing the field. The sliding glass door on the left, big window on the right. Two big windows on this side. So one up front is the living room window. One in the back is the bedroom window. So it's coming along pretty good, starting to look like something now. So yeah, we'll see how far we get today. Stick around. Hang on to it. So let's see if you just balance it. I'm going to come down there and help you.
tippy.
Yep, going down here and grab this block.
getting higher.
Yeah, I think my forks are as high as they'll go.
Then what are you gonna do?
I don't know. This one's a little bit warped.
I'm gonna cut this way a little bit.
Some. You gotta go out on this end. It's gonna go. Alright, I'll have to see if I can bump it over a little bit. We'll screw in that end.
Hardly anything in my ring gauge. I heard it raining. I don't remember what time it is.
I didn't hear anything. More?
Well, it takes more, yeah. That's
Whoop, now I can throw it.
probably good enough. It's still got a little bit here, so you're gonna have to split the difference. A little short or something.
Yeah, I don't know, I think it's probably about right. In a little bit on this side too, so. Alright, we can put a screw down there.
Yeah, that's about right.
Be a little nicer to work today, I think.
That's well.
I'd rather have it cooler than hot.
Yeah.
Doing this kind of stuff.
Put screw down here.
Yeah, because then I'm going to try to, we're going to have to put a thing down here and pull it over on this end. In everywhere except for kind of right on this end down here. I have to push it out, pull it out one way or the other. Set up there. I'll bring the, I need that drill down here. I guess if you want to move the scaffolding down here, we'll have to put the next screw in down here. It's locked on the outside. So this one has to come out a little bit. I'm gonna put this on the outside and try to pull it this way. Okay, so this log is a little bit warped. It needs to be pulled out in order for it to drop down tight into the grooves below it. So what I'm using here is just a electrical union strut, piece of electrical union strut. You could use an angle iron or whatever you have laying around. The idea is to put it between the three logs. the one you're working on, a middle one, and then a bottom one. I'll put the union straight up there. I'll screw a screw into the bottom log, put a block on the middle log between the log and the bracket, and then a screw goes in to the top log. Now, one thing, when you put these screws in there, there's these cracks in the logs that they call checks. Try to put a screw into those checks so you're not making a hole in the log, and it's not as noticeable that way. But what I'll do then is I'll screw the top screw into the log I'm working on and pull it out until it's in position and it can drop down on the tongues below.
In the middle, right? Actually, it could go on the inside. This thing's a little twisted this way. Yeah, let's try to put it over here. Pull that twist out. See, it's twisted. Twisted this way. So this is kind of some of the stuff we have to deal with. I mean, with these big twists and these things, we got to get them straight so they go down on these tongues.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get this one here somewhere. Right in this hole. And
I'll give it out.
She's snug there now. Hopefully it holds, and I'll pull this off. I can do that from down here. Just feel hold. Take the bottom off first. Seems to be easier. Back a little bit. A lot better than it was. I think that's a good way to do it. As twisted as that one was.
Move back a little bit, but
Again, like I said, I don't think we can do anything more than that. All right, moving on.
so that one was pretty tough. And move on to the next one. Okay, so that concludes day 6 of the cabin build. We were able to get 2 logs per row, or 2 logs per wall on today, which is the most we've done in a single day. So I think the cooler temperatures definitely helped with that. So I was able to show you a couple techniques there on how to get those logs, you know, manipulated a little bit, and so they get pulled down onto the one below it. Some of these logs are a little bit twisted and warped, so that technique does help quite a bit. Some of them are a little stubborn. Just keep at it and you'll get it. So as you can see, we're making some progress. We have 7 logs on every wall now. There's 12 logs per wall to get to the loft, the roof, and the roof area. So still have, you know, 5 more rows to go, but if we just keep at it, I think we'll get her done here pretty soon. Hopefully by this next week we'll be to the point where we can start building on the loft, but it's looking pretty good. Tomorrow we have to do a little bit of plumbing up some of the shorter walls. They have a tendency to lean out a little bit, so we're going to be bracing those up and getting them plumb. Because once we get to I think it's row 11, either 10 or 11. I think it's 11 that gets over the top of the openings, the window and door openings. Then we have to start moving the 2 walls into position so that they line up. When we put the log over the top of the openings, it'll fit in there. So we'll be taking some time tomorrow and doing that. So we probably won't get as many rows of logs on tomorrow just because we got to take time for that. But you know, it's necessary. We just have to do it. So take the time and do it. So again, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Share it on your social media. That helps the channel a lot. And until tomorrow, goodbye.